It's finally time. The draft is on. We're getting ready to confirm these guys' picks. We'll see how this goes. So we're doing a live watch party today of the draft that's currently going on, the 2025 draft.
Yeah, so for our audio listeners, it might be a little bit tough this episode, but
we'll do our best. I'm going to do my best to narrate what's going on, and we're going to go through the draft and we're going to see how good these guys did with their picks.
So we have our list from last episode. If you guys watched that one, me and James both had our lists, and we're going to be comparing to see which one of us has the most correct
and who wins.
And
who wins
the ultimate prize.
Yeah.
Of
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Not much.
So the draft is about to start.
Created for the first.
So I mean, this first pick is pretty obvious. Did you guys choose the same guy for the first pick?
We did.
The first.
I was gonna just run through quickly our top three, just so you know. This might be a hot take, but I don't mind Gary Bettman.
What?
I don't mind him at all.
You don't mind Gary Bettman?
Gary.
Really?
I don't like Gary.
He's a little funny.
He's a funny guy.
He's funny just because everybody hates him. That's why he's funny. Everyone hates his guts.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the betting odds right now on this is gonna be DraftKings.com, and it won't show me 1, 2, 3, but number 4 it says James Higgins is minus 175.
I have him as fourth.
You have him fourth.
I have him in the 5th slot. I don't think he's going top.
So you're with the betting odds. The betting odds think that you're right. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. And then
you're picking first.
Yeah.
Half for booing, half for saying yeah.
Big upset this year with the New York Islanders getting the first pick. They were in
3 minutes on the clock.
They were in 10th originally, right?
10.
Yeah.
We would have been here. We would have been here for like.
I thought they had 10 minutes on the clock.
Every team 10 minutes for 30 teams or whatever. Not 30
teams. They don't take 10 minutes.
They don't take 10 minutes, but they could.
They could if they wanted to.
I think 3 minutes is perfectly fine.
No, so the Islanders got here because they were originally 10th in the draft.
They were 10th, and then they got picked.
So they won the lottery, and because this year it originally used to be when you win the lottery at first, it changed this year to you move 10 spaces up. But it just so happened that the Islanders won, and they were 10 exactly back. So they got first anyways, which was a crazy turn for the first year of moving 10 spaces up.
Yeah.
So
one thing I did want to talk about.
Busting Rick DiPietro.
No, so what I was going to say, I was going to bring up the most recent thing that happened with the Islanders. Dobson.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Big
now
the
Islanders have 3 picks in the first round.
Yeah, the Islanders have 1, 16, and 17 in the first round.
But Montreal now has Dobson.
Yeah.
So
I think I'd still take the Islanders in this trade.
I think it's clear who they're picking just because of that.
Yeah.
They got rid of Dobson. They're top. Is there their top defenseman?
Yes,
Can you argue the top defenseman?
Yeah, they're top
defenseman to get another one. It's just it's
honestly, I feel like it's a pretty good trade all around because the Islanders are getting such a good D, and the Canadians needed a good D. Needed a good D. They have some, but they needed a better D core.
Yeah, right now,
having an older guy on their D core was going to be super beneficial for them.
Right now, their older guys are Matheson and Carrier.
Yeah.
Or Carrier, whatever.
Carrier.
But they also have Hudson, Dobson now, and Gooley. Gooley's not older, but he's a little on the he's middle. He's not older.
He's like 26.
But
he's coming up to his prime.
Yeah. And he's still doing. He's coming off an injury.
Oh,
but
because then
he'll be decent.
Here we go.
With the first overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the New York Islanders are proud to select from the Erie Otters, Matthew Schaefer.
Big surprise there.
No surprise.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna highlight all the ones I get right in green, and all the ones I get wrong in red. So Matthew Schaefer.
We're both 1
He was in the green.
Yeah, so that one makes sense. He's going. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's surprised.
No, it was the only logical play, especially after getting rid of Dobson. You get another really good defense who's going to be that guy.
Like we just said, it's not a big surprise.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody would have bet any money that would happen.
This is where
it gets interesting.
This is where it gets interesting.
Because really,
San Jose. No. Remember last episode how we were talking about Michael Misa going second no matter what, and then maybe Martone, maybe Frondell third because Chicago needs that powerful guy. Apparently, San Jose's leaning in Frondell's direction. Maybe. That's what I've been seeing a lot and hearing a lot.
That would be interesting.
If Frondell goes second, Chicago gets their shot at Misa.
So you guys both agreed Michael Misa's going second?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it doesn't go second, you guys are both screwed.
We're both wrong.
That's
It's gonna throw our draft boards for a loop. If it
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it
'Cause
is.
then you're also
because then
messed
it's
up for the next few
up for the
picks,
next
yeah.
one. So, I don't think okay. Right now, I'm gonna throw it a guess. I think both of us are gonna be in the range of like maximum 5 correct.
You think so?
I think so, only because maybe
Wow.
getting down like
No, I think you bing some near the end of that
yes,
list.
that's what I'm saying. Like near the end, maybe.
No, but I think you get
depending.
I think you get out of the first 6, you get 3. And out of the next 5, you get 2. And out of the last ones, you get 3 more. So I think you get 8.
I think that's.
I think you get 8.
I think between the first 10, I think me and James maybe get 1 or 2, maybe 3.
Really?
And then the rest, we maybe might get a couple more. Just because, like, what we said in the episode was that we think that the top 10 could go. I mean,
yeah,
top 10,
this year,
top 4 kind of locked in a way.
this year is different in that kind of way, where
Yeah.
all the guys below the top, let's say 3, are super like interchangeable, and teams could pick them depending on how they think dynamic is on their team. Instead of some years where it's like this guy's just better, this guy's just better, this guy's just better.
I think he looks good in blue. I think he's that's
What?
okay.
All right, what are you saying?
Like he looks good in the Islanders jersey. Like I think he suits the.
I think in general, like, what jersey would he not look good in? Like, I feel
Blackhawks.
like you just need. It's a good jersey. Like,
the 2000 Nashville jersey.
Oh yeah.
well, okay, that doesn't really matter. 'Cause
Or the
They
or
don't
the
have the
LA Kings
2000
Burger King jersey.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
No, I think it
Hot
just
take.
matters.
the Leafs jersey.
Get out of here.
And what I mean by blue, I mean I don't mean blue and white. I don't mean blue and white.
There's blue and white in that jersey.
Orange
Yeah. Yeah, big draft for him.
No, definitely
Gotta-
Matthew Schaefer is definitely
He's got a lot ahead of him.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are saying that the next pick might be not Michael Misa.
I still think it's gonna be
It'll be
Mike.
I still think it's going to be Michael Misa. I don't think San Jose doesn't take up on that. I mean, Michael Misa is projected to be the biggest bust, like the lowest, like the highest floor. Sorry, the highest floor, the lowest ceiling.
Mm.
So they might be scared in that sense.
Yeah.
I hope they pick Misa, honestly, because I'd rather Frondell.
Yeah,
For Chicago.
for Chicago.
Because, like I said, a lot of people have been saying Michael Misa is not going to be that top player that everyone expects him to be. Again, he is really good, and I
Where did
wouldn't be
Misa play
surprised.
last year?
He played in Saginaw.
It's going to be really cool when we see these players playing.
Yeah, I mean,
How many do we think Schaefer's going straight to the NHL next season?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I feel like the first round, if he's not going straight to the NHL, you know it's a
No,
bad year.
if the first 5, if they don't go straight to the NHL, I think it's
Not
Don't
every.
worry. First
Okay.
5? You think all
I don't
5
think,
are
I don't
going
think
to
all
the
5
NHL?
are going to make roster straight up. I think it depends on training camp. Again,
I
Yeah.
think for me, I have James Higgins going 5th. Maybe he doesn't make a roster. I think he's still a little young. I think he still goes back to the NCAA for 1 more year of college. I think I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
But I think the other guys could definitely make that jump. I could see it. I could see them making.
It all depends on the type of guy. I think like if you have a more physical guy, the role is less like it's
Less
you need
adaptable.
yeah, you don't need to like I don't know, like get into it as much. When you're physical, you just get in there. I think if you're a big guy, a big kid, you can just go in there straight from the draft.
Mhm.
But especially if your team needs it. But a guy who's more technical or like goal scoring, you're not going to get that instantly. You need to learn that over time, so you might need a few years. San Jose Sharks, to see if it's finally their year.
I think Misa, honestly, I think Misa would fit in with them on the dressing room front. Like, you know how they're all like, they all have fun, they're all like goofing around,
Yeah.
kind of in a sense. I think Misa will fit into that. I don't know so much Frondell.
I mean, the Sharks.
Maybe.
The Sharks are a really young team. Like my mom has told me about how she gets like Instagram reels about Will Smith and Celebrini, like playing together and like having like sleepovers or something.
Just having fun.
Yeah, just having fun. They're a young team. They're like all their top guys are a young bunch. They're fun together. You need another guy who'll do that as well. You can't have a guy who's just gonna sit by himself.
I don't see Misa being that guy though. I don't see Frondell either, but I don't see Misa being that guy.
I could only,
Yeah.
I know you,
To
I
me,
know what
he
you
seems
mean
like,
by,
to me, he seems like all business.
maybe.
No pleasure.
I think-
he has no personality.
I
at
think they could maybe give him a personality. Like I think he can develop one. Like
Well, that's
okay,
the
he
thing.
definitely has a personality.
When they
but
get
I think he can like show it
yeah.
to the team when with those guys. If he's on a team with guys like Stamkos and like Nashville, for example, which is not going to happen.
Yeah.
But if he's on a team like Nashville,
all. You never know.
what is he going to do? He's going to sit in the corner by himself because who's he going to talk to? Ben
Yeah.
Pista? Like
Well, I mean, yeah, when they get stuck together, when like Celebrini's probably gonna have to take him on the team because he's the youngest guy, or the
Yeah.
young, and they're two big shots. Like, he's gonna have to become friends with them. Like, it's type of the thing where you're stuck with them for so long.
yeah.
That's gonna happen,
Yeah.
especially when you're.
I
the
wouldn't be
same age.
complaining if I was him though.
I don't think
I
they've
would-
changed over to the Islanders yet.
Trading 20 seconds
They
here.
did
They're
not.
getting pretty low. Picks aren't in. They're all walking away.
Yeah, look, they haven't changed 17 and 16 in Montreal yet.
Yeah.
The-
I mean, I think what they're going to do is when it comes up, he's
Yeah, they're
gonna
gonna say this has been traded. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, so it's actually now it's a random pick. They pick it out of a jar. Whoever's on the team.
Is the pick in?
What's the point of the timer?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're supposed to get it. Come on.
See what I mean? 3 minutes is a little short.
It's not a long time, but I feel like a lot of this stuff I feel like this stuff you should do so much research beforehand as your
Yeah.
team analyst that you should be like, they pick this guy, I pick this guy. They
Yeah.
pick this guy, I pick this guy. You should have a list of your top whatever, like
Yeah.
50 guys
One other thing
in order that no matter like you just pick the next guy in the list that you want.
Yeah.
One other thing is too is like I don't know why they wouldn't, because like they already know what they have, because they knew Schaefer was going to go first, so they that's only one guy off the board.
Yeah, and their only other option was if someone else was taken first, we take Schaefer. So there's
Yeah.
only really 2 or maybe 3
So
options
I don't know why.
Yeah.
it's
if they
taken
wanted
that
to go
long.
another guy.
Yeah. So you guys think it's
I think it's Misa.
Misa.
I still think it's Misa. It could be Frondell. I really hope not, because I want Chicago to make
I was at-
Frondell, or Chicago trades their pick. I also wanted to bring that up before anything happens. Do we think someone's going to trade their pick? I think
Ooh,
it's going to happen in
maybe.
the draft. I think, other than the Montreal ones, I think there is going to be a pick trade between the 10. Do we agree?
just by odds, like we're still so early. There's so many chances. I think it might happen.
'Cause, like,
If
I
the
see a
team doesn't
world-
get who they want, they're probably going to trade for someone who they think they might.
I see a world
Are they just not going to pick?
where the Islanders give their both picks they gained from Montreal to either Seattle, Boston, or Philadelphia in that top kind of section.
Mhm.
Those two, so they can still pick up a couple guys in the top 20. But the Islanders also have another pick, so they can maybe get James Higgins, depending if Higgins doesn't go by them.
Yeah.
I think if Higgins drops to Philly, Boston, or Seattle, or maybe even Nashville, but I don't think Nashville would take that. I think the Islanders could maybe call him up. I don't know how it exactly works, but I think they could maybe come up with something to switch those 2 picks for
Yeah.
their earlier pick, so they can get James Higgins if he's not taken by Utah, Chicago, or
Oh, here we go. The pick is in after 5 minutes.
It's time for the second pick in the NHL entry draft.
With the second overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the San Jose Sharks are proud to select from the Saginaw Spirit, Michael Misa!
There you go.
Okay.
All right, second pick's locked in. So
that. I'm not surprised.
I don't think.
not surprised, but it could have
I'm,
gone
I'm
otherwise.
happy because now Frondell and Martone are both 2 options for
So do
Chicago or trade.
This opens up the floor
This-
for you. 'Cause
this
you're a Chicago guy.
Is my floor now.
So what do you want from this? What do you see for your team, and what do you want? Like, what is your guy gonna fill?
My 2 options are Frondell and Martone because they're both physical, bigger players that Chicago needs. Because right now their only big guy is Foligno.
Yeah.
So
Which is old.
yeah, and Dickinson every time he gets in a fight he gets injured. So again, they need an older, like not older. They need a bigger, younger guy that can be like that physical type. So Frondell is bigger and stronger, but he's not as good in the passing and playmaking sense. He can score. He'll be a good goal scorer. But Martone does have that passing play and playmaker sense, which will help Bedard. So honestly, I could go either way. But I think Frondell, he did better in the combine. And a lot of fans are also projecting Frondell to be a little bit better and have a higher ceiling. So I do think Chicago will go for Frondell, which is why I have him as my pick. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up trading the pick to like Toronto for Martin or something. Like that's just my, or like to Dallas for Robertson, which
Yeah, we'll
I
have to
think is
see.
still insane, and I don't think that would happen. But you never know.
Well, yeah.
It could be something that happens there.
Also, noticing how it's kind of funny that most of their how some of the prospects aren't getting up to congratulate, but some are. That not
I
not
wasn't
all the
looking
prospects
at
are getting up.
I mean, they don't all know.
They don't all know him.
Right,
Yeah,
if you've
but
never
so-
seen the guy before, you're gonna get up and dap him up and say
Yeah,
something
but
in
there's
his
some guys that
ear,
look like they never seen him before in their life, but they still did it.
Yeah, well, some
Looks
people are just
like-
Well, some people are nicer.
than
I don't know.
others. Yeah,
I don't know. He's not going to go down the line
But
shaking everybody's
yeah,
hand.
The thing is, though, is one I did notice is I did not see Porter Martone get up.
I honestly don't know the.
Who
Yeah,
one plays in the same league with him,
yeah.
two played on Canada with him, I think.
Yeah, but they're
Not in the
on
World
same-
Juniors, but
they're on the same team, aren't they? No,
they played on.
no, they're not.
They
They're
played with,
beefing.
they played with each other in the prospect team. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
mean,
I don't put it. I
it's
don't.
a lot
I
of
don't. I don't
speculation.
think.
We don't
yeah, I
can't
don't
really
think
say too much right now.
It's just interesting to see.
So with
Misa looks a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, with Misa
I
on the
mean,
team,
he's going to San Jose.
I was gonna ask, where do you think San Jose is going this year? Do you think they're going to the same place they've been every year, or do you actually
I
think
think
they're finally pulling up?
Okay.
I think they still got 2 more years.
I
of
think
development.
what I wanted to bring up in one of the episodes, we could even do it now, is where we think the bottom 5 or even bottom 3 are going to look like for next year, because I think Pittsburgh is definitely going to be in bottom 3.
I don't think we need to bring up bottom 5 right now, but I like we just go through where San Jose. Like, you think San Jose's bottom 5 then?
Yes.
I think San Jose's bottom 5. I don't know if they're bottom 3.
Mhm.
I think they'll probably stay bottom 3. I think Chicago might also stay bottom 3. I don't think they're going to shoot for anything specifically unless they like see anything bright in. If any of these teams see anything bright in their preseason games, then I think maybe they might.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can see San Jose making a run for, I mean, not being bottom 5. They're not gonna like. I don't think they're gonna make playoffs, but I think they could be like, I don't know, like 4 spots below playoffs or something like that. Like somewhere where they're still competing, but they're not like.
Based off
They might be like 2 under a wild card spot or something.
based off last year, I don't know if that's possible.
I mean, I think
But again, I don't know because Nashville was that spot a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And now Nashville's at the bottom. But again, Nashville could shoot back up because they have Stamkos. They have Marchessault, right? They have Forsberg. They have Yossi. They have Saros. They have all these guys that they can use. The thing is, the standings are always shifting.
I think Nashville,
sense.
in terms of this year, they just had a down year. I think
they had a down
like
year.
everyone had them going really high next year. Or sorry,
This
this
is my
year.
number.
Yes. But the thing is, though, is I just think that they had a down year, and they didn't live up to the expectations that they were set.
Yeah.
And so I think that they could very well live up to them next year, though. Maybe they just it's the same thing as New York. Like the Rangers were in the Eastern Conference Championship the year before.
And
they just
weren't
walked out of the
they
President's Cup.
President's
I think so. Yeah.
President's Trophy winner. Chicago's on the clock with 2 minutes and 21.
Yeah, we'll see if they
seconds.
actually realize the clock and respect it, because they didn't last time. That's what my net. I have that same net. Wait, I have the same net as him.
So do we.
Oh yeah, we have the same net in the
We have the
background
same
too.
net.
Clearly, someone hasn't used
I mean,
it enough, though.
everyone's got that net though. His looked a little more beat up than ours.
Yeah, 'cause clearly someone hasn't been using
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
if I shot
he's got-
on this right now.
Mine,
Well, clearly you
Clearly
have
multiple-
Clearly you have shot on this before. It's
Yeah.
not enough.
I had hit the post of mine so much that it was starting to buckle, and the top was starting
Have
to
you
come
seen the one
down.
outside?
Oh yeah, well, we
The
brought that one out. a few
bottoms have been
times.
rusted straight
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
That's just because you
Um,
leave it out there in the winter, not because you shoot pucks at it.
Hey, you never know, bro. Third overall, you have Porter Martone. I
Notice
think.
he's right there.
Yes.
He was second in the league for most multiple.
Yeah, they got
games in the
guys. They got
season.
guys who they want.
You have
No,
Porter Martone, right?
I do.
In third, and I have Anton Frondel, which again I don't disagree with both.
This
But
is
this is where it changes.
Yeah.
We could either both lose out on this one. I think also if there is a trade, I say we put it. I think we just scratch it off. I don't think we call it a loss. I mean, I guess we could just call it a loss. I wouldn't call it a win. 'Cause it's not
I
really a win.
mean, I think
Unless that player's drafted,
unless that player is still there, but then that's kind of like a.
but then it's kind of like a. Well, we could have it as those guys going third. So if they do get third by any or if any of these guys trade and then those guys are taken, you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Also, just one thing I want to bring up. AK. Mysterious AK. I just got a message from Mysterious AK. He said goodbye Misa. He said San Jose is gonna be crazy by Misa. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so he's with me.
that's what AK said.
He thinks that San Jose's got a chance.
Okay, maybe not like a chance like in that sense, because I think that's a little high for San Jose.
Yeah.
I think with the right movement, they can get there. They got a lot of young guys, and if they start producing, they can be there.
Right now, they have made no moves other than dropping Vlasic.
I think
Sure.
They've made no trades. They've made no. They opened up a bit more space, but so far they've made made no trades, no signings, no extensions that I know of. So right now they're just sitting with all this money and they haven't done anything.
Fixing quick. They knew what they
I have one
wanted.
more thing to say about San Jose. I'll say it after the fix.
With the third pick of the 2025 NHL Draft, the Chicago Blackhawks select from Djurgården, Anton Frundell.
Damn.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
So there's D'Lo.
Not only because
gets
I
his
got
point,
because I got a point above you.
but you also get the guy you wanted on Chicago.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
There's gonna be a 2-point swing here because
Anton
if Martone
Frundell.
goes next,
If Martone goes next, you
I
also
already,
lose out.
I already lost the next one because that's where Frondell is for me.
AK also just said hi, Frondell. We're gonna be connected with AK here.
I had one last thing on what's it called?
San Jose.
On San Jose, which was I think for them to take the next step and make the playoffs, I think they need to start bringing Askarov up.
Yeah,
I think he needs to take a big step and start
They
playing
need to
some
work
more
on him in
NHL
training camp.
games.
Training camp preseason.
Because one, he's already had at least a year in terms. Like, he's already had
Backup,
a year
right?
in Nashville's
Mhm.
system.
Yeah.
He's been up and down in San Jose's the last year, being a backup, not starting as many games. But I think they need to get him to have a big next step next year if they want to get to that.
I mean, that's the decision, right? Like, you can only get so much knowledge not being in the league.
Yeah.
So you got to bring him up at some point. Like the Habs did last year. They brought up,
Dobish.
yeah, not Dobish. God, why am I forgetting his name?
Is this a goalie or player?
No, player. Literally at the very end, he was like the super.
Demidov.
Yeah, Demidov. They
But
brought up
The thing
Demidov.
is, though, is that he couldn't play for them until the end of the year.
Yeah, he couldn't play, but like
because
they
of
brought him
the
up,
Russian sanctions.
and it showed just how much he was able to produce, even though
Even
he was
at the
like,
last couple games.
last couple games he didn't have any practice with the team, and he was still able to do really well going into the playoffs against that like Capitals. So like you can have a young guy who hasn't played. Sorry, we won a game and
He's
brought
never
like,
played in the
2
playoffs before. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
Also, this is Chicago's pick, so let's give some light on the GOAT KD. Yeah, see, he knows what he's doing.
So
I don't know. Anyways, I have the.
You like
I have
that?
the-
You like
I
him?
do. I really enjoyed this. I have their lineups pulled up actually right now.
Yeah. So where do you think he's slotting in?
Right. Okay. Well, they've never had a solid set of lines this whole season. They've just been
Moving
swapping
everything
around
around,
guys.
yeah.
So I wouldn't put it past whatever's on Daily Faceoff right now, with Tyler Bertuzzi left wing, Frank Nazar center, and Connor Bedard right wing on the first line.
Yeah, Frondell.
Rondell's a center,
Yeah,
so this
it's
could open
completely-
up Bedard centering first line,
Mhm.
Nazar centering second line, Rondell centering third. But like, there's just so many players everywhere on Chicago that I don't know where people fit in. I cannot stand Bertuzzi, so I honestly don't care about where he goes specifically. But I think Donato's going to be on the first line or second line. I don't know how well he plays with Bedard. I haven't seen enough. They're just all over the place. I don't remember the last game I watched with both of them playing on the same line. But Teravainen's pretty good. I don't mind him. Dickinson's a little bit on the ass side. Moore, Reichel, Mikheyev, those are all good guys. The defensive core is also decent. They're a terrible team right now, but I don't know. I have hope with this pick. I have hope.
Yes, I mean you like that pick, obviously.
I'm really
And-
excited.
Yeah, I mean I think everyone does. That's the guy you need. You're a Chicago guy. You know what you need, and that's the guy.
Now, see, what would be interesting though is does Martone go next though?
Does Martone go next, or
Or
is
is
it
it
James
Higgins?
Higgins that goes next, which is where I have Higgins
mean-
slotted, which is where I guess he moves down to in a sense because he's not third, which is what he was projected.
Yeah, going from a Daily Face-Off article written on June 25th, so 2 days ago. Scott Wheeler, you guys were looking at his draft, right?
We were looking at Craig Buttons, but Scott Wheeler was another one that I have.
Yeah.
That we've looked at.
So he did a mock draft pretty recently, and he had Martone going 5th overall in his mock draft.
Fifth.
And
Nashville.
and stated that the Predators were in Brampton to watch him a lot this season. So you guys might be a little off with Martone going third here.
I have him going 6th.
You have him going 6th.
With
I had
Philadelphia.
him going 3rd.
Yeah.
But
So
I've also seen things of him going 7th and 8th.
yeah, I think he's like James had him a bit high up, but
I like him.
I've
you
also
see him
seen,
moving around.
I like him too. I don't think I don't want to see him go to Nashville. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't want him.
I have Caleb Demoye going to Nashville.
I want Martone to go to Utah.
I
do want him to.
it would be nice to see him in
If
Utah.
he wasn't going to Chicago, I'd want him to Utah.
I think
Yeah.
Higgins also fits into the Utah group.
I think Martone would just fit better though, because you already have pure goal scorers on that. On that Utah, it's like
I don't know for sure, but right now
Yeah,
I've also
50
heard
seconds.
that Nashville might take a swing at Roger McQueen. But Roger McQueen, I have slotted lower due to injuries. I haven't
Yeah.
slotted
Both you guys have him
in
slotted
Anaheim.
low.
That'd be a bit of a sleeper pick.
It,
to pull
it
off.
would
Yeah.
be. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a sleeper, but I'd call it
maybe a premature.
a reach.
Mhm.
Premature.
It definitely drops down Higgins, NYA, like Jake O'Brien, Brady Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, I have McQueen going above O'Brien, but anyway.
Now quickly, just
I don't. I don't.
just before this pick goes in, you think the Chicago Blackhawks are doing good this season, or you think it's another rebuild?
I don't think they're gonna tank as much as they did this season.
You think they're gonna make a push for the?
I don't think they push for a wild card. I think they just push for the best they can do with the guys that they have. I think they just let the kids play.
Yeah.
I think
I
they
think
need
they
a
just let
decent
the kids
season.
play and see what they do and what
pick
they
is
come
in.
up
Pick
with.
is in just at the end.
Because
With the 4th overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Utah Mammoth are proud to select from the Moncton Wildcats, Caleb Deone.
Caleb Denye.
Wow. Both you guys are off on that one.
Okay, so
A
I'm gonna mark off.
sleeper pick from the back.
I'm gonna mark off James Higgins red and my 5th pick, Caleb Demoye,
I had him
whatever
going
the hell he
6.
said.
Wow. Well, this puts James back in the game here. Because now
No.
it means he's not double off and you're double on.
I have 3 though.
But the thing
had
is,
2.
if
No, but
Martone
if
goes,
Martone had gone right there, you would have had 4. He would have had 2. But this brings
No,
it
you
back.
had
into
Martone
the game.
at, like,
I had
8.
Martone at I have Martone in 6.
Oh no, yeah, 6. That's right.
those are the first.
See, this is where I think this is where I
Wow.
said we were gonna get a little bit in the first,
Yeah.
and now it's gonna go crazy because
Flipping on its head right now.
now I can't get the 5th pick right. James, who do you have 5th?
I had Higgins going.
No, yeah.
Higgins, I think might go 5th here.
In the
If he doesn't, I think it's Martone. Actually, you know what? I think maybe Brady Martin.
He had a 15
Or Jacob
game
Martin.
3.
Because if you look at the prospect, if you look at the NHL draft prospects on the NHL website, Jake O'Brien is up there. He's 4th.
What position is Dinaway?
He's a center.
He is a center. I thought he was a winger.
Center.
Yes, he's a center.
He's a center. So where's he slotting in on the Utah?
On Utah,
Yeah.
it is
That's
a
what I'm
little
thinking.
interesting.
That's like
They just got
he
Paterka.
wasn't even like who I thought they would go for.
Yeah.
Right now, their centers are Cooley, Peyton, McBain, and
Stenlund.
Stenlund.
Yeah.
Which
Ooh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know who can play left and right. I don't know if Caleb can play left or right.
I think Kerfoot can also play center if they need him, but they don't.
Well,
They
they
already
already
have
got 5
too many
centers right
centers.
now.
And they have 6 now with MYA.
And they just got Paterka.
They just got Paterka.
So that's going to be interesting.
So they're gonna do pretty good.
Yeah,
Utah.
they're
doing
actually
pretty well.
looking
They
at
look
this
They
lineup right now.
Last year.
I think he maybe slots in 3rd line with McBain.
You think he's on like left? or
That's
something?
if he makes the.
That's if he. That's
That's
if
what
he,
I'm thinking.
That's
they're-
if he doesn't stay back.
Yeah,
or
they
do
might-
like a half year.
they might let
in
him stay
the
back.
AHL.
Well, he was in the
That's such a
QJM.
nice
I know.
I gotta be honest. That is
QJM
nice.
NHL.
I'm just a little disappointed they don't have an alternate or their away isn't the light blue, not white.
It's white.
I think they should make.
No,
it
also, it doesn't have the Utah, the Mammoth logo. It has Utah written across like how it used to, which I despise. I despise any word logo.
Really?
Capitals, New York, all that stuff.
Really? You don't like the
Canes,
New York?
New
I like the
Jersey,
New
all
York
that
one.
stuff
New
with
York
the
one's
written.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't.
Notable draft
Fuck.
picks.
I hope that they go with James Higgins just so I have my guys taken off.
I want Hagen.
I don't even
I
honestly.
mean, he's got Higgins.
It's fine because if they choose someone else, then it messes up mine as well. It messes
I
up
see.
more of mine. If it goes
But I'd be tied with
Higgins,
you, though.
we'd be tied,
But I'd be
which is
tied with
fine
you.
because I have Martone next. And
Yeah.
I
For
hope
me, it's gonna
Philadelphia.
be Martone or Higgins.
Yeah, you think it has to be?
It's gotta be.
I mean, you guys said that last time.
I also
It didn't
agree.
wait,
I also
so.
agree.
I don't see it going anywhere else.
Did I say Caleb could?
You did. You did.
Go
You
for
did bring
Utah?
up Daniel. You said people are saying that Daniel might be coming
Yes.
up here, and then it happened.
I should do half mine green.
No.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Nah.
You got one pick.
Here we go.
The pick
All right,
is
the pick
in.
is in.
Here we go.
Let's see it. So wait, you
I
guys
want-
both think it's?
I'm hoping it's
want
James Higgins just so I get my 2
You
off.
both think it's
want
Higgins. But you say if it's not Higgins, it's Martone, and that's it.
Yes, I don't know where else unless
I hope it's not Martone.
Unless
With the 5th overall selection, the Nashville Predators in the 2025 NHL entry draft select from the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, Brady Martin.
Brady Martin.
Brady Martin.
Wow.
So you guys were both wrong. To be clear,
wow.
you guys said Martone or Higgins, and you just.
I said sneakily it could be Brady Martin. I said at the end.
I don't remember.
I
but you
don't
might have
mind
said
this. I don't mind this because I am still in the league.
that. So purely for your pick draft, you are still.
It
doing
also
fine.
still doesn't change
It still
much
leaves
for these
Martone.
next 3 picks because it leaves Martone, Jake O'Brien, and Radim Murray.
Is this that guy?
But yeah,
They're not like
I have
doing
3
all their
wrong and
farmer
3 right.
plays.
You have 2 right and 4 wrong.
It's not looking too hot for James because neither of you can get this next pick right.
Yes.
He can.
I can.
So who'd you have for Philadelphia?
Porter Martone.
Yeah, Martone. So and
I think that's who's gonna.
yeah, I was gonna ask you. who do you think is up?
Again. If we're looking at the NHL draft
I
process,
might as well say Brady Martin's
Yeah,
one
take
too.
Martin.
yeah, I put Brady Martin. I just put it red.
That's what I did. I did the same thing for one Daniel.
So James got the 2 easiest picks possible right, and has gotten everyone wrong.
I sniped. I didn't snipe Rondell.
Well, okay. You have inside
I
knowledge
was.
on
I was
Chicago.
the thing is though, I was.
You
on
were
the fence.
torn between.
I was in
Yes,
between.
I was also torn between.
Well, AK say anything about this stuff?
AK did not say
AK
anything.
has been silent for these sleeper picks.
Where does he slot in with
Ooh, yeah, good point.
the Nashville lineup? Because
I don't even like know all that much about him. To be honest.
Nashville is
I'm kinda up in the air. Who's he supposed to be compared to? That's a great telling.
yeah. Tell me who he's compared to. Because right now the lines are Forsberg, Stamkos, Marchessault, first line, which is kind of insane considering they came bottom 3.
Yeah, that's also
Bunting, O'Reilly, Evangelista. Again, crazy considering that they came bottom 3. And then this is where they kind of lack. Well, Eric Holla now, which is better for them, which is
Yeah.
a good pickup. And then a bunch of no names. Which I think Martin will fit into. As a centerman, I think he'll fit in a good 4th line center or 3rd line center even.
And with the 6th pick, my Flyers take Porter Martone from the Brampton Steelheads.
Porter Martone goes to Philly. D'Lo gets his pick,
I
and
get
James
mine.
is down in the dumps again. How do you guys feel about that going to Nashville?
I like it. I don't mind. I don't.
going to
Philly, by the way. You said Nashville.
That's the next.
I don't mind this because I don't mind
That
Philly.
was the previous pick.
Philly made a big move with Trevor Zegras.
Yeah.
This is another big move in my opinion. This will definitely help.
This is going to be interesting.
This is definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So goodbye to James's list.
This is D'Lo's kind of pulling away with this one because the next 2 picks, James has no chance.
No, I do. Sorry, I rather.
Oh no, you okay.
Where does he slot in with their roster?
that's what I'm looking
That's what
at
I'm
right
looking
now.
at
The
as
only,
well.
the only thing I could be lucky
They got
on is
Zegras
if
as
Radimir
a
could go to
Zegras
Boston.
is a 3rd line center.
The only thing I could be lucky on is
Philadelphia.
is
I think
Radimir.
I think he moves up.
I think he definitely takes
think
over
Noah Cates.
Noah
goes down.
Cates.
Am I allowed to make a tweak to my list?
Depending.
Depending
What do
on
you
what it
mean?
is.
I was gonna move Jake O'Brien up to Boston spec.
And where is he right now?
He's currently
Anaheim.
under Anaheim.
Can't really.
Wait.
No.
Jake O'Brien is where I have Boston. So if I get it right, he gets it right.
No.
Because
See,
I'm
I don't think you-
thinking
But
about
the one, it wouldn't matter because it would equal out. Not really.
I'm
But
just
two-
looking at them right now.
you'd rather move Jake O'Brien up?
I'd rather move
All
Jake
right,
O'Brien.
move him up. Move him up.
Okay, you know what? Move him up, but have it in a separate. So if it comes down,
Well, it's not.
if it no,
We'll
if
just-
it comes
we'll
down
just keep
to one thing,
We'll just keep it in mind. If he gets it right next, then James has a fake point.
yeah.
And it's still
So
counts,
whatever the
but it's
final
a fake.
total is, you're getting one deducted off.
Yeah.
Even if you come, if we tie, you're getting one deducted
But
off.
James gonna have to have a generational comeback to to come back.
Because right now I have 4 right and he has 2.
He has 2. But the thing is, like, they get harder as you go. Oh, man. So what? Martone, is he a winger?
He is a
Center.
centerman.
Centerman. God.
There's a lot of center.
Everyone's
There are a
centerman.
lot of
And they're also...
But they also-
No, he's a right wing.
traditional.
He's right wing.
Okay, that's
He's right.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Never mind, he's a right wing.
Yeah.
So where did he slot in it? Maybe he slots in with Trevor Zegras on the second line.
Yeah,
Or
I
maybe
don't
third
know.
line.
Do you think
Owen Tippett is also right wing. Okay,
That's
so
what I
right
was
now
thinking.
the
Tippett's
right
pretty
wings are
good.
Konechny, Brink, and Tippett, as well as this
I'm gonna
random
be
guy in the
so
fourth.
mad if Boston takes Merca and I move him.
Well, let's see.
I'm gonna be mad.
You chose to do this. That's why I allowed
I
you
know.
to do it.
I
'Cause
know.
if you move it and it's wrong, this is all on you.
And what's crazy is I benefit from that.
But for content though.
Yeah.
Hey, do what you gotta do, man.
Do what you gotta do.
Right now, if Jake O'Brien goes 7th and Radim Murtka goes 8th, then
I have him going.
I get an extra
No, I don't
2.
have him going 8 or 9. I have him going
Who?
12.
Murtka?
Yeah.
You have him going that low.
He has him on
I
Anaheim.
switched. I
remember
switched
that.
O'Brien. and-
Anaheim's not 12.
No, he just moved him.
I switched O'Brien.
How many are you moving?
So he moved O'Brien and Merca, Boston, and Anaheim.
Oh, you
gonna
just
have-
swapped them.
I just swapped them. I can still see that happen.
I don't see
just
Radim going that way.
I mean, what are you
I
guys
don't know
thinking?
if he gets there.
What do you guys thinking these picks are going to be?
So I think
Next-
if Anaheim gets to that point, I think they take him.
both you guys believe Jake
If it
O'Brien.
gets to that pick, yes, Anaheim definitely 100% takes him. But I don't. Oh, they might take McQueen. It depends on if McQueen gets taken higher or not.
I have Roger McLean going to Buffalo. So
Ooh.
It could happen. I mean, I have Brady Martin going to Buffalo, which is not
Hmm.
happening.
My
anymore.
thing with Seattle and Buffalo is that they already have kind of a put up
Wait.
decor.
Has James Higgins been taken yet?
Yes.
Am I lost?
Yes. He went to
Utah?
No.
No, he hasn't been.
No,
He hasn't
he
been
hasn't been
taken
taken.
Oh, what the? Oh my!
So Boston
So Boston's
may
taking
have
Boston.
a Higgins here.
Oh my.
And James moved his guy for no reason. Oh, you love to see it.
Can you make a list of who gets drafted where?
Yeah,
So
that's
we
what I
have
wanted
it-
to do.
So we have it down. Because right now James just made a
a
terrible
horrible,
idea.
horrible pick.
Sorry, a terrible decision.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a fan of either because I have Jake O'Brien there as well.
Yeah, I mean, both you guys really didn't have it there. It's nothing.
But
you can do
again,
about it.
James Higgins I already had him on my list. So if I take off Jake O'Brien, it's not another person I have to take off, but it
Mhm.
will mess up another pick, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with the way I am right now, even though I
Yeah.
got it wrong.
And they're gonna take James Higgins too.
Minute 30 left on the clock.
Well, I mean, either way, I would have got it wrong.
Yes.
But now I just kind of screwed myself because O'Brien could have definitely.
Okay,
done it.
first
If he
pick.
goes to Anaheim, I'm gonna lose it.
Austin's gonna pick in less than 15.
And you guys are both thinking that this is whatever the guy you were talking about.
Who are we
I
on?
think,
Number
it's Jake
one?
O'Brien. I think it's gonna be Jake O'Brien.
still think
I
Jake
still
O'Brien?
think James Higgins goes down a little bit lower.
Really? You think James Higgins goes down a little bit lower? I mean, James
wouldn't
was
mind
pretty defeated that he
What,
saw
what
James
would be
Higgins.
good for my list if
I-
James Higgins goes to Buffalo?
Yeah?
Because I have Brady Martin in Buffalo and I already have that taken off
I
because
see.
they got it wrong.
Yeah.
So if it
yeah.
switches, I get more points and more value off.
Yeah, looking at the Boston lineup here, I mean,
I can see where Higgins could slide in here easily too.
Oh,
where
definitely.
do you want him?
I'd want him second line, like left
Second
wing,
line?
left wing.
Second line, left
He can work,
wing.
he can work his way up to
Yeah,
first line, but
yeah.
I think you start him.
Yeah,
at
if I could
second
pronounce
line.
that guy's name, I could.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, don't give that guy a pass, bro.
Oh.
The Boston Bruins select from Boston College.
He made the pick.
He made
James
the pick. We
Higgins.
just didn't. Yeah, James Higgins.
And there you go. So James's move didn't even help him. Now he lost the guy he thought was going in the Anaheim, Merca. Now you gotta hope he's there.
You hope he. Yeah, you gotta hope he's
Hope
there.
he gets there.
Right now,
If he does, if I pull off the next two after this, if I get McQueen right and Merca, that would be insane.
All right, so James was right after making the wrong switch on that one.
Well, I couldn't put Higgins in if I wanted to. I already had one in it, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, no, that didn't
It
matter.
didn't matter. I could
But
have gotten it right either.
But now you're assuming Merca makes it to Anaheim. But do you think he goes before that? Do you think Seattle might pick him up? Well, what are you guys' ideas for Seattle here?
I have Radamurka because
Murka.
because was my reasoning in the video as well in the last podcast episode as well is the new coach they hired, Lane Lambert, is a defensive coach. So I wouldn't be surprised, and Radamurka is the second best defenseman in the draft as of right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's who they take.
He thinks he can mold them into who he wants. Yeah,
I think the general managers, I think they can definitely make that work.
I think the only way that I make it to Murka getting picked by Anaheim is if Seattle does not pick him. Because I don't think Buffalo will pick him.
Because Buffalo's defensive core
is a young group already.
Byram, Power, and
Darlene.
And then I can't probably more than that.
Oh, Seattle's taking all their time here. There they go. In the last second. We'll see how this goes.
I mean, most of these have been last second.
Nah, not the way that is though. They haven't been back.
For the timer.
Our selection is from the Brantford Bulldogs, Jake O'Brien.
Jake O'Brien. You're one off.
You're still in it.
I'm still in it.
Which is better for you because I don't know if Buffalo takes Radamurka.
I mean, you guys have been. D'Lo, you've gotten you've gotten one guy who hasn't been in the first three. James is 0 for after the first two.
Yeah.
So I mean, these don't seem like they're going anywhere. I mean, all these picks are all around.
Again, I'm not gonna get the next one right either.
Generational pick though if Radamurka goes to Anaheim. Generational trade.
Yeah.
What do you mean generational trade? Are you switching them?
Yeah,
it's not gonna matter at the end.
No, Jake O'Brien.
On
he switched Jake O'Brien and Radamurka.
Come on, it was more. For Jake O'Brien in Boston.
If you hit it, I'll debate. If you hit it,
wow,
it'll come down to Eric's choice. But like,
I feel like
no Stein.
There are like 6 NHL teams that no matter how good they actually are, I always think they're bad. It's like the Red Wings, it's Buffalo, it's Seattle, it's
what
like.
do you mean the Red Wings?
Yeah,
I know, but like
the Red Wings have always been good. Except
I guess that makes
in my mind, I think of them. I'm like, oh, they're a bad team.
No, in my mind, I think Nashville's a terrible
team. Like the Blues.
But
Nashville.
But Nashville was doing crazy in between 2010 or 2005 and 2010, right?
Dude, Columbus at the start of last year. I thought of their team.
That's terrible.
And I was like, oh, they're bad. They're just a bad team, and I've never seen them as good.
Well, they were okay. Middle of the road.
No, but they were in wild card contention this year.
Yeah.
Like, they did pretty good, but I thought they would be like a bottom team just because I remember them as bad. Anyways, Boston's up on the... Or Boston. What, Buffalo
this
is up
one
on
doesn't matter to me.
It does for me. I have Roger McQueen going here.
I would like Radamurka to go here. Only because I have him above. So the only way I
don't want him to fall down.
The only way I gain points is for him to get
chosen. Realistically, who are you guys taking?
I have Roger McQueen here.
I wouldn't be surprised if Roger McQueen. I wouldn't be surprised if Roger McQueen.
I can get right back in this if Roger McQueen gets picked here.
You can.
Yeah, I mean,
because then Radamurka's going to go to Anaheim, and then we'd be squared.
Yeah.
He could not.
No, he's going to go to Anaheim.
Maybe not.
It's McQueen or Murka here, and if McQueen, I'm going to.
But do you think if it's Murka here, you think McQueen's Anaheim? Or you think Anaheim picks someone else? That'll be interesting.
The pick is in for the Buffalo Sabres. Hopefully, whoever this is can take them out of their now 14 year drought of not being in the playoffs.
Yeah, Buffalo's had a while.
All right, with the 9th overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Buffalo Sabres are proud to select from the Seattle Thunderbirds, Radim Murtka. Yeah!
Murtka is getting anything from this.
I can bet. I can bet a meal right now. Roger McQueen goes to Anaheim. I'm not going to.
There you go.
I'm not going to, but I could bet a lot of money. Anaheim goes to
man.
Crazy out of
Roger
nowhere.
McQueen.
Wow.
Kayshawn Aitchison.
So
that's the only other available D.
Okay, again.
I think Anaheim has to go D. Screw it.
This is still crazy though.
Screw it.
Wow.
Because if Byram does get traded,
you spelled it wrong. No, you didn't. Never mind.
Just listen to this. If Byram does get traded, this is still a good thing for them because they have a filler replacement. If Byram doesn't, they still have another defenseman that they can add, which strengthens their D-core. Darlene, Byram, Power, Kesselring.
Also, I really hurt my head. I just smacked my head on the table.
Yeah, I know.
And the plastic hit me right on the forehead. That hurt.
Oh man.
All right.
You know what hurt more?
This
Was losing that pick. Losing that pick, and now you're down to like 10-0.
right now, what you're down
10 to
7? 7-2.
No, but he doesn't
There's
get.
no way you're down 10.
No, but he doesn't get the Anaheim picks. He had Merca at Anaheim,
Oh yeah. You're
so
right.
he's down that too.
I don't have 5.
So that, yeah,
Still not 10-2.
No,
It would be at 12.
8-2.
8-2.
But like, still, James
That's
has
4 and 5.
yeah. And what's your next pick?
Roger McQueen.
Roger McQueen, which is
Probably the most likely situation.
I think most likely pick Roger McQueen going to Anaheim, and that brings James a pretty bad situation.
I don't want him to go there, but then again, if they pick Eklund, who'd be the only guy I think they'd go there, that then ruins the rest of my
Yes.
The thing is, even if he didn't change his thing,
It still would have been wrong.
completely wrong. So his changing didn't change a thing about his list. It's just all wrong.
I should have had more faith in Brady Martin.
Yeah,
And
yeah, the
Eugene.
farmer.
Yeah, probably.
I had him way.
He makes
too
us
low.
potatoes.
I had
Man.
him
You
way too
gotta
low.
believe in it.
I honestly, where did he get taken again? Nashville, right?
He was our fifth pick to Nashville.
Nashville.
Yes.
We got something from AK. He said, "What a bad pick."
For who?
Now I don't know.
Who is it? Who do you think it is?
Let me check.
When did he send it?
8:23.
8:23.
So that was maybe a pick ago.
That was a pick ago.
So it's either
So
it's
Seattle.
either Murdica or
Merca.
Or Seattle.
or
It's
Seattle.
Seattle,
Oh my
Jake
God,
O'Brien.
Jake O'Brien. No.
Not, yes.
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 I would be honestly. I thought Jake O'Brien was supposed to go earlier. So.
Adam Murdica should have went to Seattle. I'm surprised they didn't take him.
You know what? Maybe that's what he's saying is a bad pick.
Yeah.
The all-knowing AK. You can't distrust.
You should have gone to
him.
Anaheim, honestly.
Got Anaheim up in 1 minute. I mean, what your guys' picks for Anaheim here?
I had Rodham.
Well, you had Merca, but who do you think?
Roger McQueen.
It's
McQueen's
Roger
going
McQueen.
up.
gonna be
I
Who
mean,
did,
yeah.
let's give refer to Craig Button.
He had Merca going to Buffalo. So he's
Actually, see what he's gotten right. Let's discuss what he's gotten right.
He got the first 3 right.
Yep.
Then he got the next 5 wrong. And then he picked Radam Merca for Buffalo.
Yeah, and now he has Victor Eklund going
Yeah,
to Anaheim.
Okay. See, this is what screws up my list too.
Screws up mine. But I just don't want Roger McQueen to get there.
But I'll take a Roger McQueen, and then
I'd love if Justin Carbonneau went to Anaheim right now, because that would not screw me up that much.
It would screw me up
That's the point.
a lot.
That's the point. That's the
Because
point.
then Roger McQueen's going to drop, and Pittsburgh probably will take him. If not Pittsburgh, then probably New York, and then it messes up my whole
No,
thing.
but it's Pittsburgh back to back, remember? Because it's
Oh yes, we didn't discuss that.
they have
We didn't discuss that.
We haven't discussed that.
In the last episode, we had New York there, but we also didn't know that that pick was exchanged in.
The pick is in.
I already
With
know.
the 10th overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Anaheim Ducks are proud to select from the Brandon Wheat Kings, Roger McQueen.
And there you go, and that's the
I
draft
had my
done
green
for
ready.
James.
James have to get all of them right from now on.
And you would have to get all of them wrong. Do you guys have any of the same picks going up? You have Eklund going to Pittsburgh?
I know.
Spence going to New York?
I don't even have Spence on my list.
Atchison going to Detroit?
Nope.
Smith going to Columbus?
Nope.
Charbonneau going to Vancouver?
Nope.
And you, the last one, you don't have. Rechny going to...
It's Carbonneau.
I have a chance.
He has a chance.
I have a chance.
That's
He
right.
gets all of them right.
There is still a possibility.
Mythical comeback.
Yeah.
Oh, he should have been number 95.
Okay. He was
That
still,
would have been
still can
crazy.
be. Still can be.
That would have been crazy.
If Anaheim does not do
I mean, you know why there's
giveaway of a
95
of a 95
McQueen
McQueen
Yeah, 95
jersey,
McQueen jersey.
and instead of it being the duck,
It's the Disney
Yeah,
D.
yeah.
Disney
Disney, dude, I would buy
No.
that. A Disney D because the Anaheim Ducks
Yeah, but
are
they have to
part of
work
Disney.
with Disney for this.
But
no,
they are.
no, they don't own.
Well, not
Disney,
anymore.
Disney doesn't own them anymore.
They were made
Yeah.
by Disney.
Yeah,
They were originally owned by Disney.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did a partnership where it was the Disney D, McQueen, and the 95.
Oh,
I wouldn't put it
that would
past.
sell like hotcakes.
And then like the
That would be
Cars logo
crazy.
on the top shoulder, Cars logo on the shoulder,
Or
Honestly,
or
if my last
or
one-
the Piston Cup on the shoulder, or the Piston
No.
Cup on the.
no, I'm saying you make you change the jersey colors.
Strip.
Yeah, you could keep the
yeah,
keep the
yeah,
whole
that's what I'm
Anaheim
thinking.
thing and then just change the jersey
Strip
colors.
Weathers is on 7 cups.
You should cut that in.
I'm just randomly talking about cars.
Yeah.
No, but that'd be crazy.
No,
Dude, nobody's celebrating but me.
Honestly, do you guys know what his number is?
25.
No, it's no.
That's not his real number.
Lightning McQueen?
No,
that's not his number.
They're 25 because it's draft 25.
Yeah.
Oh, they're.
You didn't know that?
No, I just.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest. I did. You just shook the whole desk, and
I
might
don't
have heard
care.
all of that.
It's ambiance.
How did you not know? I literally talked about one guy having my number.
Yeah, Misa is
I
number
wasn't paying attention to
77.
their numbers,
Oh my
dude. This is the
God.
first time I actually looked at
Yeah,
their numbers.
'cause I was gonna say-
I was looking at 95.
I was gonna say, if my last name is McQueen, my number is 95. There's no question about
there's
that
no
one.
question. But James should be asking the question: who's getting?
Well, it's Victor Eklund for James.
It better be.
Better not be.
It better.
Who do you have, D'Lo?
Wait, Dilo, how many guys do you have?
Brandon Lakovic.
How many guys do you have right?
5.
So I only need 3 right, and for you to get all them wrong. So I
Yeah,
can afford
no,
to miss 2.
There's a few that you can miss.
But if I get 2 right, then you're automatically good.
No, unless I get everyone right.
Well, the thing is, you guys have none of them the same anymore. So if you
Yeah.
get one right, he gets one wrong.
Yes.
So if you get one right, he needs to win every single one, or else he's out.
Well, that's kind of how he's been losing. We've had different ones.
Yeah.
From the list down after second, we've had different lists.
I don't think we've had the same.
We haven't had the same list. It's too hard. I want to design a jersey now with McQueen on the back, 95. The Piston Cup, the Stanley Cup patch is on the side. The Piston Cup
Yeah.
patch, Cars logo at the top, Disney D on the front.
Oh.
Okay, for Anaheim, before we get into Pittsburgh, for Anaheim, where is he fitting in the lines? Because right now, first line's Gauthier, Carlson, Killhorn, and the second line's Kreider, McTavish, Terry.
Who's Killhorn? It's Alex Killorn.
It's not Killhorn.
No.
Well, I get Masmo here and he'd say Kajorny or something like.
Okay, well then we'll restart that.
That's crazy. You cut out when you mess up.
Just because
Nah, that's going in. That's going in. I'm editing. You're done.
Strike one.
Pittsburgh Penguins pick.
Pick 11 is in.
Pick 11. Lyndon Lakovic.
Sidney Crosby 2.
Pittsburgh Penguins are proud to select
from the Calgary Hitmen, Benjamin Kindle.
Wow. What? I'm sorry. He's on any of your lists?
No.
Wow.
I actually want to see where
Benjamin Kindle, right here, WJHL. He's a centerman.
WHL.
Yep.
He was ranked 20th. He was ranked 20th. That's not including Victor Eklund and Frondell.
Wow.
Crazy. I was not expecting this.
There you go. He finished 7th in WHL scoring with 99 points.
A 5'10 center. Really?
Wow. Big pick for a centerman going to the Penguins.
To be big. Need it.
You're at
If I lose this, I need to.
You're at
5 6.
James is at 2, and there is.
I just need
5 more picks.
One pick after the first 2, please.
This is my theory
is
with this
rough.
pick specifically. This is my theory with this pick specifically. A lot of the better players in previous drafts have been picked later that no one's ever even looked at. Again, I don't know. We haven't looked at other drafts, but
the other thing is like usually these picks, like these middle 10 to 20 picks, usually don't turn out all that. I mean, there's definitely been a few. Like obviously Nylander. I think he was pick 11.
not Panarin. You said Nylander was 8 in the last episode, and Pasternak's 13.
Okay, I guess I was wrong.
So, if we look up the 2000, when was they drafted? When were they drafted? 2013.
Nylander was the 8th overall pick in the 2014 NHL entry draft.
And Pittsburgh. Pasternak was 13. This is interesting. This gets
25th overall in the 2014 entry draft.
25th.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's kind of every pick between 10 to 20. Not every pick, but a good majority of them don't usually turn out all that good.
That's why
they have 2 picks though.
Yeah, I don't know why they would have picked them this early.
This is my thing. Do they pick Kashana Aitchison or do they go for Lyndon Lakovic?
Wow.
For me, I have Malcolm Spencer.
And also because
Victor Eklund's still on the board too.
Because they're both. You know what? Let's do this. Because 11 and 12 are both Pittsburgh. If Victor Eklund or Malcolm Spence or Keishan Aitchison and Lyndon Lakovic, if any of them are picked in this next one, Whoever has them
get it
gets it
right.
right. So you get two chances, I get 2 chances. Just because we didn't have Pittsburgh in the New York slot, we had New York. So that I totally forgot about that.
Come on, Victor Eklund and Malcolm. Come on.
And then after
one.
after Vancouver's pick, we're gonna see what the Islanders have to say. We're going to change our pick depending on what we want to do for Islanders.
Yeah, this will be interesting.
Just need one.
I swear,
Pittsburgh picked the first team to pick back to back in this draft.
I swear, Keishon Aitchison goes next. I'm going.
Yeah, and then it'll be the Islanders right after that.
I'll take Lyndon Lakovic or Keishon Aitchison. Malcolm Spence is projected lower.
I like
James is a long shot type of guy, which didn't go out well for him in this draft.
He also had him in his top 5 players in the draft of all time, or not all time.
I just like him because he's a Michigan guy. I think he's gonna do great for that.
Do you remember your top 5 list?
Yeah.
I think I remember mine.
Oh, and they're right back.
Trade.
He really hit that quick.
Oh, it's
there we go.
This was why is there
Wow.
palm trees? Is it Florida?
No, LA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
that is a terrible trade.
Wow.
Awful.
Why would
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh do
picking
that?
up.
So then,
Wow.
who do they want that?
So now Philly's up. What are we thinking for Philly?
Now this messes up.
I think this is gonna be Keishon Aitchison then, because they need a D.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Because they already picked a forward. I think they take a D.
And I'm putting him down right if it gets chosen.
Yeah, how do you?
Hey, am I allowed to throw him in there? Because I say it's gonna be Keishon Aitchison.
No, it's because you don't have him.
How do you guys think this changes?
Your 2
Philly
that you
Nova?
have for Pittsburgh are both eligible for right now because of the trade.
Oh man, I think Philly's.
That's what we'll do for this pick.
Yeah,
What-
but
for
the
this pick-
changed. I have Malcolm Spence going to Pittsburgh though.
Yeah, I have Keishon Aitchison going to New York
Yeah, but
Pittsburgh.
the thing is though is that
and Lyndon Lakovic going to Pittsburgh.
but that's
All
not what I think is gonna happen though. I think it's gonna be Keishon Aitchison,
Okay,
and I have to change that because of
I'm gonna say this as well because now, yeah, if we're because of the trade, we're able to choose what we want. So
Yeah.
I think as well. I think Keishon Aitchison.
What do you guys think this does for Philly's year? Because they're looking pretty
good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy.
They just need a goalie now.
Yeah, they're only missing a goalie, and I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of the goalies I wouldn't be surprised if all the goalies in the league now are all drafted like
Because nobody wants to use a first round pick unless it's like
obviously,
absolutely
100%,
generational talent,
100%.
like a Marc-Andre Fleury.
I wouldn't be surprised if they draft a goalie later. Like honestly, it's probably gonna happen. Most likely, they need goalies. But their defense right now, Sanheim, York,
Yeah.
with Rasmus Ristolainen.
What if we?
Okay, let's just look at the defensive pairings for Philadelphia because they have Sanheim and York top. Second line, I don't know who this guy is. I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing.
Let me see.
Is that Mula?
What team?
The Mula
For
Philadelphia, and Rasmus Ristolainen, or as Massimo would say,
yeah, it's
Raymond.
Igor Zamula,
Igor Zamula and Raymond.
Nick Sealer,
and Raymond.
Raymond, Raymond's Ristolainen,
and Nick Sealer and Drysdale. So I wouldn't be surprised if whoever Zamula is, they fit in Aitchison in that slot with Ristolainen and drop. I would see this. Zegras on the second line center with Drysdale and Sealer as their back 2D because they were partners in Anaheim. They were teammates on Anaheim, sorry. And they drop Ristolainen and Zamula.
The pick is in.
With
All right, let's see this.
Aitchison and Ristolainen.
With the 12th pick in the NHL draft, the Philadelphia Flyers select Jack Nesbitt.
Whoa!
James, you had Jack Nesbitt in your original draft.
Jack
the original one
Nesbitt.
going 10th. In the original one you sent me for the Instagram post, I have a picture.
Really?
You have Anaheim Ducks, Jack Nesbitt.
Wow.
So Keishon Aitchison we can put down as no.
Yeah,
This messes up a lot.
I saw him for Detroit though. Does
But
that
I have
count?
Victor Eklund for Detroit, which I think is very, very, very likely.
Everything's starting to break
This
down
changes a
now.
lot. This changes a lot.
Everything's changed a lot. I mean,
Well, we saw
the trade is pretty
that
big.
trade we were waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't in the top 10 like you guessed.
Keishon Aitchison goes to Detroit though.
No, don't even try to squeeze a point out of
What
this.
do you mean? I said
you said that he was
I originally said he was going to go to Detroit.
So why did you have him as 12?
Because I moved him up because Philly traded.
Is that allowed? Rule keeper?
Wait.
Listen to what he said.
Kayshawn Aitchison up 1 because Philly traded.
But now he's also bringing him back down to Detroit.
Because I originally had him at Detroit.
And you didn't move anything?
I didn't move anything. I
You
haven't
know
moved
what?
anything once.
Do you think he's coming back anyways?
I don't know.
I have to get
It's up to
3
you.
out of the next 4.
It's up to you.
No.
You're the rule keeper.
Sorry,
of
how many
these
points do you
games.
have?
Right now, I have 5.
You have
I have
2.
2.
There's 4 guys left.
I have to get 3 out
To
of the next
win,
4.
he has to get
All of
every
them.
single one. And to tie, he has to get 3 of the next 4, and you can't get any. I'm going to give him this because I need to see it close. You also believe that
Victor Eklund.
Eklund is going up next. So you shouldn't care because that means that he would be wrong anyways.
Yeah.
So we'll let this fly.
Yeah. And it
Only
would be
because I feel pity for you.
It would be really cool if it. I mean, it wouldn't be cool, but it would be entertaining
If
it
Kayshawn
came.
Aitchison-
No, if it came down to the Islanders picking.
Yeah, and you
the last one
finally,
we
you guys,
choose,
where you choose.
and then we both get it wrong and we're tied.
The final is worth 10,000 points. Whoever gets it wins.
Double or none. If it comes down to that, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
I already know who I'm going to pick.
Well, you don't know yet.
No,
You're gonna pick that random from the second round that you said.
No.
What's his name again?
He's
That
not
guy
going
in COVID?
to
No, he's not going in the first round. No,
Is
at
he
least
goalie?
Yeah, he's a goalie.
Yeah.
He's not going top 16.
Yeah.
I said Philly would take him.
Yeah, when does Philly have a second round pick?
That's what I was looking at.
You traded them away. Pittsburgh.
No,
now.
that was the first round they traded.
It was, no, but that was yeah. It was 21st and like 30. No,
And 32.
it was 25th and 31st.
25th is Chicago.
26th.
Maybe. I know 25th is Chicago.
Let's do a quick check in on Massimo's list. Who just got picked?
Jack Nesbitt.
Jack Nesbitt,
Oh, okay,
which
I
I know
put that down.
Massimo does not have. Let's take a look. All right, let's go into this.
Let me see Massimo's list.
Massimo has James Higgins going to the New York Islanders.
No.
What?
Matthew
What?
Schaefer going to San Jose.
Nope.
Michael Misa going to Chicago.
Nope.
Porter Martone going to
Nope.
Utah.
Nope.
Caleb Desmoyer
Nope.
going to Nashville.
Did you not? No, he did. Did he not?
Anton Frondell.
Oh, it was Brady.
Anton Frondell going to Philadelphia.
Nope.
Nope.
Brady Martin going to Boston.
Nope.
Radim Murka going to Seattle.
Nope.
Jake O'Brien going to Buffalo.
Nope.
Carter Bear going to
No.
going to Anaheim. Roger McQueen going to Pittsburgh. Kayshawn Aitchison
No.
going to New York.
Wow.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Now
You didn't get
bigger-
a single one wrong.
You're beating one guy here.
He has Victor Eklund for Detroit, and now I'm worried. now I'm worried.
So Massimo is over right now, and James is beating him. So you got something here.
I just want one pick out of the top 2 that weren't.
Detroit's taking the
I just
whole
want
time.
one.
Yeah, realistically, you got none.
Yeah,
really
pretty much. Unless you're Massimo and you take like some nobody for first, like
Yeah.
James Higgins isn't a nobody.
Yeah, well, yeah.
well, he's a nobody, but he
Now
went
at
seven.
Buffalo, he's pulled up. He's now
Oh,
at
Stevie
Boston.
Y.
Oh, the pick's in. The pick is in. I see that red
The
button.
13th pick in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Detroit Red Wings are proud to select Carter Bear from the Everett Silvertips.
Wow. Carter
Doesn't help me
Bear.
because now I get 2 wrong.
It doesn't matter because James got 0 right, so I think he's out.
I think we call that a Christian D'Lo
A
win.
Texas sweep.
I wouldn't say a sweep,
No.
but I would say a pretty decent.
James
shot.
is looking pretty sad over in the
James.
corner over there. It's not a good day. Well, you kind of are.
I don't even think they can hear you from over there.
No, they can't.
But I
They
would
can't.
not. I would not risk it.
Wait, James, talk? No. Yeah, I can't hear you for shit.
Oh, it hurts you.
Oh,
So
I swear to God, if Kayshawn Aitchison goes next.
good thing Logan Hensler is not on Massimo's list.
yeah.
Under Columbus Blue Jackets, at least to my knowledge. Oh, he is. Never mind. So I'm not getting this one right either.
Yeah, we're just assuming Massimo's all wrong.
Are all wrong.
Yeah. What's your next pick, James?
Again, We're missing Lyndon Lakovic in the draft, Keyshawn Aitchison, Victor Eklund, Logan Hensler, and Justin Carbonell, at least on my list. We're still missing Victor Eklund in the draft, Keyshawn Aitchison, Lyndon Lakovic. Like, we're missing some of these bigger named guys, or at least bigger named guys. Like,
I had Jackson Smith going.
Malcolm Spence.
Yeah, he had
Jackson Smith. Yes.
York.
You know what? Jackson Smith is a good answer.
Yeah?
Good answer. Good answer.
I mean, Eklund hasn't been picked yet.
So far, Keyshawn Aitchison is the only one in the top, like, few that haven't been chosen.
No, Eklund.
Oh, I guess, and Eklund.
Eklund hasn't been picked.
Him and Eklund. Both haven't been picked.
Do you think they're going Columbus here, or do you think no try?
I think one or the other. Because
Yeah.
so far, everybody, except for Jack Nesbitt, has been 11 and above.
Mhm.
Or, I guess, 1 to 11. Or, I guess.
I mean, that's kind of how the drafts go. You typically pick from the top guys. Just you maybe pick
so
one
far
guy that's better.
So far, Aitchison and Eklund both in the top list. Both in the top, at least top 15.
Another reason to hate Detroit.
Yeah.
You just don't like Detroit because they.
You screwed me over. That's why. I swear to God, if Keyshawn Aitchison goes,
You know what team I like? Porter Martone on the Philadelphia Flyers, Roger McLean on the Anaheim Ducks, and the Chicago Blackhawks with Anton Frondell.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to smack you so hard.
Now it's up to Logan Hensler on the Columbus Blue Jackets to really seal the deal that's already kind of sealed.
It is our.
I want to see Massimo get the next 3 and beat James. That would be interesting.
Can he even do that? No.
Yes.
Jack Nesbitt has already been.
Oh, you already picked Nesbitt? So he can tie, though.
Yeah, he can. He can tie.
I just want one pick. I just want one.
Yeah, I see a lot of red on James's screen right now.
There's a lot of red on mine as well. But you know what is the opposite? Not the opposite of red.
Yeah. Though Craig Button is also seeing a lot of red. You're beating Craig Button at the moment here.
Yes.
You're beating Craigslist.
I'm beating Craigslist.
You're beating Craigslist.
Beating Craigslist. 5 seconds. 3. Oh, they're gonna lose their pick. What happens if you don't get it in time?
And the pick is in.
Like
you lose your pick.
You really?
Yeah.
So why did the San Jose?
It was a communication.
With the 14th overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Columbus Blue Jackets are proud to select from the Tri-City Americans, Jackson Smith.
Let's go! Jackson Smith. James finally gets a pick.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn. All right.
Well, that still makes it funny because Massimo's still over.
Finally.
He's still got 0.
Now.
Can I tie?
No. Yes.
I can tie.
You can tie. But you need some
If
crazy
you get
picks
both of these right.
of Justin Charbonneau and then Cole Reschy.
I don't think those are Reschny. No. Remember, we're
Carbonell and
changing
Reschny.
We're changing those.
Oh, we're changing the last one. But not Vancouver.
Not Vancouver. But bad feeling Vancouver's going to be. Or Victor. No way.
There's still Keyshawn Aitchison on the board here. Logan Hensler, Keyshawn Aitchison, Victor Eklund, Lyndon Lakovic, and Justin Carbonell.
If we tie, we have to go to the next pick. We have to stay to
17.
It goes to OT. It has to go to OT. That's if we get.
And where do we think Vancouver's going with this? I mean, you guys
Keyshawn
have,
Aitchison.
I have Justin Carbonell here.
You still think it's Aitchison?
I don't have Carbonell. I have Carter Bear, but he's already taken. I can put it past. I could put. Victor Eklund. Victor Eklund.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten picked yet.
Keyshawn,
I have a feeling it's going to be Victor.
Victor Eklund, Keyshawn Aitchison, or Logan Hensler are all my 3. I think.
They haven't changed the Montreal's picks yet, eh?
No. They're probably going to do it once they get.
But they changed Pittsburgh's.
But Pittsburgh did it like a few days.
No,
they did it during the draft. That's why they changed it. The one with the
pick is in. All right. Let's see if James's comeback arc is still on. We're hoping for Justin Charbonneau here.
With the 15th selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the Vancouver Canucks are proud to select from the Seattle Thunderbirds, Braden Coates.
And there it ends. D'Lo secures the draft for the mock draft victory over James. I mean, you were looking at a steep steep hill to climb at the
You were
end.
climbing a steep hill.
I know that my next pick's gonna be right though.
Yeah?
I know it's gonna be right. It's gonna be Malcolm Spence.
So, sorry.
For the
Your next
Islanders.
pick,
For the Islanders.
Islanders, Malcolm
You guys
Spence.
think it's gonna be
What's your last pick?
Justin Carbonell.
You did Justin Carbonell, and you're picking Malcolm Spence. Let's count this one for double points.
What are these final rules?
So, as the ref here, we're changing this last pick because the Islanders have the 16th pick and not the Montreal Canadiens. We are going to be doing a re-pick right now for double points. So whoever gets it right, you guys can choose the same person, but you'll get 2 points if you get this right. And that will decide what happens in this game. So, we're going to give you until the pick is in, and then you guys are both going to say your pick when it says pick is in. And then we're going to look to the screen. So, do your research. Get your stuff down now. Trade. Well, we knew this was going to happen. But, yeah.
The trade happened before the trade.
Yeah, trade happened a little bit ago. Just to reiterate, Dobson was traded over to the Habs for their 16-17 pick in this year's draft. There we go. Islanders on the clock. You guys on the clock. Ready to see some picks in by the time they say their pick is in. I'll let you know when it says it, and I need you guys to say your name quickly. Seeing a lot of tabs open for James. Deal a few less, but still a good few tabs open. All right. You guys closing in on your final guys?
Nope.
We're looking between the defense and a forwards here. It's the pretty main idea. We got 13 seconds. We're gonna see it. James flipping a coin for putting it to fate on his final pick. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of time.
Okay, I have my pick.
Islanders are in. All right. D'Lo, you said you got your pick first. Let's hear it.
Kashan Aitchison.
We got Aitchison from D'Lo. James. We got Victor Eklund and Aitchison. We got
Aitchison was the other guy.
This is gonna be a close one.
The 16th overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the New York Islanders are proud to select from Djurgården, Victor Eklund.
Wow! James gets the final point. James clutches it with that final pick against Victor. I hope you tie the game.
I hope you know. I was gonna go Kashan Aitchison till you said it. No, I switched to Victor Eklund.
That's
no.
Wow.
That's fair.
How is that fair? No, it's fair.
It's fair because I never expected what I was going.
And with his swap as well, or the swap didn't really matter. No?
The swap didn't matter.
We're going to
wow.
OT.
That's crazy.
We're
He said that first.
No, we'll do an OT.
You went
in a short
crazy.
Final tiebreaker. James
I
with
call that cheating.
the clutch.
Cheating?
You went after me. Yeah, we should have had him written down.
Yeah, that's true.
You should have had him written down. You know what? That's your call to make.
Hey,
because we should have had him written down.
I'm the ref. That was fair.
That was fair.
I watched him flip a coin. No, he was up to fate no matter what happened there.
Yeah, no, I was.
But did you see which one it landed on?
Tails. It didn't say a name.
See, yeah. So he switched. He even said he switched.
No, he said but he's allowed to do that.
We should have had him written down.
Yes, you should have had him written down.
Don't be salty now.
I am because if I lose, because you cheated. No, I didn't cheat. You were also switching them all throughout the whole list. You switched one.
Everyone he switched got wrong.
I know he got wrong.
It didn't matter. I switched one.
Yeah, I know.
I switched two
I
guys.
am salty.
Yeah, you are.
Wow.
So all's fair in love and war, pal.
Pick 16 goes to Victor Eklund,
and it doesn't even matter if we're both wrong here, or if I'm wrong.
What do you mean?
I know who I picked.
Now, this last one.
I know who I picked next.
Can you guys get 3 guys of who you think is going up next? And
whoever
put it in order: first, second, third. Okay? If one of you
get
to
someone I've already done, right?
It can be whoever. I don't care. It can be whoever you want. This is a completely new tiebreaker. First, second, third, and whoever gets it in the higher slot than the other person. So
you have to have it written down.
You guys are writing it down. So your 17th pick, you're going to write first of who you think is going to be most likely. Second is second most likely. Third is third most likely. Whoever gets it the higher up and guesses it correctly will win the tiebreaker. We're gonna have to put in our picks, and we're gonna show right before this final pick.
Okay, I have my picks.
So James, you're not changing your picks here. D'Lo, let me see your picks. Let me see these locked in picks. Okay. So I'll let you guys know.
Do we have the first same?
They're not the same.
They're not.
Okay.
They're not the same.
Like all of them aren't the same?
Your lists are not the same list as each other.
But there's a few on there that are the same.
Possibly. This will be close.
So you should know what my first is.
I don't. So we'll go into this and we'll let them find the person, and you guys will say your list after, and you guys can like celebrate.
Are we allowed, like, what are we? These are the locked lists.
These are the locked lists. Unless you want to change it, you got no pick is in. No locked list. No changing. This is it.
With the 17th overall selection in the 2025 NHL Draft, the New York Islanders are proud to select from the Barrie Colts, Kayshawn Aitchison.
Hey, guess what?
I got him first.
I have him first.
And both of you guys got him first.
I'm still in the game. Still in the game.
Do you guys want to go to 18 or is this call? Draw.
I don't mind.
You guys both have to agree on this.
Yeah,
if you don't, we go to a draw.
We'll do a draw. We'll do draw.
Okay, we can go to a draw.
All right.
Okay,
it's a draw.
Wait, hold
That's
on. We can also continue with the list and just see what's next.
Oh, you guys want to hold
rest
this
of the list
and then keep going?
But it depends.
Okay,
Like, I
to
don't
be
know.
clear, you guys both had Kayshawn Aitchison as your first, but your second and thirds were not the same.
We're not the same.
So if you guys keep going, it will be
The thing is, I need to do more research. I don't even know who the next pick is.
I know.
I don't know who the next pick is. So I don't know.
I've called the last two.
Yeah, I've called the last two. James has clutched under pressure. If you guys want, you guys can put one more on your list as a fourth because you guys have lost your first. So essentially another top three. But
What do you mean another top three?
well, Kayshawn Aitchison is gone.
Okay.
So then you can put a fourth guy. So it's another top three. Because you got one more guy to pick. Oh, the OT goes in the second OT
I
here.
love how D'Lo was celebrating so.
No, I got it. I didn't even care if you got it or not. I got it.
Yeah, I know. You guys both got first pick. I mean, there's nothing you could do about that. It was a pretty.
Who's the next pick? I need to know that before I choose.
Let me check. The next pick is Calgary from the New Jersey Devils. Calgary picking next pick. I'm not saying anything. You guys don't get to know your list, and the same thing might happen.
Eric screwed me because I thought that our lists were different. And I didn't think you had Kayshawn Aitchison when he said it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm lit.
I didn't think you had him either at the top.
Yeah, because Eric definitely didn't say that.
No, I didn't want to say that you guys had the same first pick.
No, you didn't say that. You said none of them were the same, though.
No, I meant to say. I said they are not the same.
Yeah.
As in your lists are not the same.
But meant that none
it was
of them were
right
the same.
after you asked if the first ones are the same, so it didn't really help me. You're holding your list?
I think I am. I don't know what James has. I'm holding my list. I'm still confident in the fact that I pulled off a pretty decent one.
Yeah, I mean, you guys both got Aitchison right there. I mean, you guys both needed
Like the
that.
actual, like, without any additional help.
To be clear, D'Lo won.
No. So without any help at all, no changing anything around, I won.
Yes.
Just flat out.
Yes.
But with all this extra stuff, we are tied.
Okay, yeah.
I'm happy with what I
Pick
chose.
is in.
Because what I chose
All right.
changed.
These, I will say, these lists are.
You said I could change it.
These lists.
I asked.
No, that didn't even help you anyway.
Hey,
Even
no,
if
it
it
didn't
did,
matter.
we would have reversed it.
These
It didn't
lists.
matter.
These lists are more different than last time. That's all you need to know. I think we got 5 unique players on these lists.
Really?
Just so you guys know.
I think I know the one that's matched.
I so do I.
I think I know the one that's matched.
I think I know what it is.
With the 18th pick in the 2025 National Hockey League Draft, the Calgary Flames are very proud to select from the Victoria Royals, Cole Reshny.
And the win goes to D'Lo. Go, Reshny. He brings it back from the end.
What did you have on your list?
I went D. I
Oh,
went
you went
Cameron
D?
Reed.
Yeah, so James' list is Cameron Reed, Justin Caribou, and Malcolm
Carbonneau.
Spence. Carbonneau, I didn't
I'll
read
get
it.
that spec.
Malcolm Spence and
Mine
D'Lo.
was Cullen Potter, Cole Retchney and Malcolm Spence.
Yeah.
I thought you had Malcolm Spence 1.
Malcolm
you were
Spence
talking
at
about him
3.
constantly.
Yeah.
Wow.
But D'Lo brings it with Cole Retchney and
he was one of I originally
had him
Yeah.
Montreal.
on Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And there you have it. That's the mock draft, and that's the draft. D'Lo pulls out with the win, and we got a few good guys on some good teams, a few upsets.
If I did win.
Yeah, see, you knew it. No, but there's still more of the draft to go. And,
Yeah, still more of the draft to go, but that's all we'll show.
whole other day.
This is just based off our lists.
We had to go a
had
little bit
extra
longer
overtime,
for the OT.
Yeah, this is our
Close OT, but that's what you want to see. All right,
our coverage of
of
the draft.
Thank you guys so much for watching. That's the draft. Next week we're going back to regular scheduling.
For that episode, I don't exactly know what we're gonna do specifically.
Yeah.
I think we might do maybe a draft recap entirely,
Or
free
agent frenzy,
or focus on the free agent frenzy.
Yes,
we will not be
here for when that
here
happens.
during that time.
We won't be able to do anything.
There
There
won't be an episode when it starts.
Yes. Yeah. But we will be commenting on it, and we'll do a regular themed episode then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that'll be all good.
Yeah, and stay tuned on like the Instagram and TikTok and
Yeah,
and
check out
we're
the
going to be
show
trying
notes.
to push a few more shorts and reels, and we'll maybe get a few more posts out there for the free agent
and all the
frenzy.
needs, all the news that that you'll need for Free Agent Frenzy will all be on the Instagram. So check that out, and
All right.
thank you guys for watching, and
That'll
we'll
be
see
it.
you guys in the next episode.